and filmed in front of a live studio audience.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody. Matthias Maloff here, and this is Evening Beverages. But before we get started, we're going to reach out to our near and dear friend, Chef Alex. Alex, you there, buddy?
Hey, man, what's going on?
What's up, dude?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great, man. Pretty great.
Right on.
It's been a great day.
Awesome. So, hey, we're going to get started with Evening Beverages. Yeah. Now, before we do, there is something that we wanted to try, something new that we wanted to add to the show. And this is called Catchphrase of the Day. So, what that means is that throughout the show, whenever you hear a certain catchphrase, you're going to take a drink. So, today's catchphrase of the day is moving right along. So, whenever you hear the phrase moving right along, that's when you take a drink.
Campers, I would maybe not have anything else to do after the show. Just heads up.
I mean, it's Friday night. What else are you going to do? So, moving right along, we're going to try it out. So, moving right along.
Ugh.
All right. But for now, moving right along, I'm going to get carried away with this.
Yeah, you are. It's dangerous.
So, okay. So, for real, though, back on track. Speaking of drinking, we're going to talk about our drink of the night. So, Alex, what's our drink for tonight?
So, it's going to be our Lazy Colada. But the really cool thing about this drink is that the ice cubes are actually made out of coconut water, which is pretty neat.
So, yeah, it starts off with frozen coconut water into cubes, and then we pour dark rum over that.
Yeah, and then we add just a pinch of pineapple concentrate.
And then a little bit of coconut water just to taste to balance it out.
And then, of course, our
tropical fruit skewer.
Garnish.
Anyways, here's how it's made. That's the recipe. Now here's how you make it.
2 ounces of rum. 2 ounces, man. 1 to 2 ounces of pineapple nectar. Just get it all over the place. Add additional coconut water to taste. And then top it off with a tropical fruit garnish.
And that's how you make it.
Pretty amazing, right?
Let's give it a try.
All right. Well, Matthias, you told me that I have to drink this one.
Yeah, that's the one you made for you.
Yeah.
It's the one we made for me.
Hey.
Clinkies. Oh, yes.
Actually, that's pretty good.
That is so good.
We did something. Oh, my.
Hey, there wasn't a doubt.
I was doubting America.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
So is it when we, either one of us say it?
I think so.
It's only fair. So, today is a Friday, and it's a holiday, because every day is a holiday. So what are the holidays for today? Well, we'll tell you. So, our first holiday of the day is Clarihews Day.
Oh, man, the Clarihews?
Yeah.
I actually just learned about what these were.
I did too. So it turns out that Clarihews was, there was this guy, Edmund Clarihews Bentley, and he came up with this, way of poetry, where it's a biographical satire, where the first line is always the name of somebody, the following line rhymes with that person's name, and then the last 2 lines rhyme with each other. And it's meant to be fun and just sort of making fun of the person that you do the poem of. He did one of Edgar Allan Poe and Lewis Carroll,
right,
and just kind of, poking fun at him. So we thought it'd be fun if we did Clarihews of ourselves. Alex, you go first.
Okay. Well, first I want to say, don't be confused. This is not Langston Hughes' relative, and don't spend hours trying to prove that it was, because you'll be wrong. Anyways. All right, so here's my clarity. Moving right along. All right, so there was once a man called Alexander Paul. He came to a wall where he was fat. And that was that.
Aw,
I don't know.
that was cute.
Do you like that?
Here's mine. His name is Matthias, some call him Mo. He'll never be biased where'er he go. You know what's funny? Farts. And what rhymes with that? Hearts.
Oh.
So that's fun. So yeah, it's Clarihews Day. So write Clarihews about you and all your loved ones, because that's what else are you gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, I think probably the best would be to write Clarihews about your animal.
Write Clarihews about like your pet?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because
What were you talking about?
I was just clarifying.
All right, clarifying for the Clarihews.
Indeed.
Right.
So moving right along, today is also Don't Step on a Bee Day.
Yeah, don't do that. It hurts.
Well, one, it totally does hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, kind of common sense. Don't step on a bee. But in reality, that holiday is actually meant for awareness of bees, because bees are actually good.
Well, they're awesome. No, I mean they're awesome. It's how the world turns and stuff.
Yeah, because they pollinate stuff. And,
Well, yeah, it's how plants grow. And it's not through Bondo.
Rondo? What are you talking
The things plants crave.
Like chlorophyll?
Ugh. Moving right along.
So, speaking of plants, it's also Pick Blueberries Day.
I was supposed to get blueberries.
As you can see, he did not. But that's okay, man. Like, mistakes.
I'm sorry!
That's why they're called accidents and not on purposes, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You meant to, you didn't. Moving right along. So, nostalgia blast for you all out there. Today is Teddy Bear Picnic Day.
Okay, so apparently there's too many holes in my brain, and I have a problem remembering the Teddy Bear Picnic song. Matthias, could you help me out?
Picnic time for Teddy
Ah!
and all the teddy bears. And that's what the teddy bear says.
That's
The
right.
picnic. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. I don't know about you, but that's funny.
The brain is a miraculous thing.
It clinks and it clanks, and then once it comes together.
Evening beverages.
Clinkies.
And so those are the holidays for today, because every day is a holiday. Yeah. And now it's time for what famous people were born today, because famous people were born every day. So our first famous person of the day is Mr. Arlo Guthrie.
Good old Mr. Guthrie.
You have no idea who he is.
No clue.
So you've heard of the song Alice's Restaurant?
Sing me a few bars.
You can get anything you want at Alice's.
Yeah.
And so Arlo Guthrie wrote that song. You had a whole thing called the Alice's Restaurant Day Massacre, where it's like a 20-minute monologue. It's like an anti-Vietnam War drafting story. It's actually
cool.
It's really funny.
Okay.
You'd enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. I'll look that up. Thank you.
Also, it is Harper Seven Beckham's birthday.
Good old youngest David Beckham. I learned that 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's the youngest offspring of David and Victoria Beckham.
Yeah.
Moving right along, it is also Jessica Simpson's birthday.
Woof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's made a lot of contributions to society.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
It is also Phyllis Smith's birthday.
Mrs. Smith, man. Married to Mr. Smith. They were with the guns.
Oh my gosh, I wish Phyllis Smith was in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because Phyllis Smith is Phyllis on The Office, and also the voice of sadness in In and Out.
In and Out, me.
Yeah. So, can we have a remake of Mr. and Mrs.
Please?
Smith with Phyllis Smith?
Oh my gosh!
It would be so funny.
I want that.
I'd watch it.
Tomorrow,
Like,
today.
might as well just have Brad Pitt like play his role again and just replace Angelina Jolie with Phyllis Smith.
Samey, man. It's just,
I mean,
even trade.
it'd be funnier.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Moving right along, it is also Sofia Vergara's birthday.
Yum.
Would you like to say what she's from?
She's Modern Family and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, totally. She's on Modern Family.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of other stuff too.
Oh, tons.
Nobody really cares.
And I'm the butthole.
Shots fired.
Yeah. Wow.
Moving right along, it is also Nikola Tesla's birthday.
Oh man, the guy who got in that epic battle with Einstein.
Like Dragon Ball Z style?
Yeah. Where he shot electrodes out of his fingers. You don't remember that?
Einstein?
It's in all the history books.
It's not in all the history books.
It
I don't
is.
think Einstein and Tesla ever met each other.
Shh, you don't know for sure.
That's true. I don't, actually.
See?
But you're thinking of Edison?
What's Edison gonna do? Just throw light bulbs?
Read a book.
Moving right along.
I want to talk more about Edison. All right.
Actually, fun fact, he wasn't the first person to invent a light bulb. There was a guy from Appleton, Wisconsin, my hometown, that first invented light bulbs, but they're too bright to be inside of homes.
Well, funny thing about Edison is that he never actually invented anything. He just stole the patent. So it's like, this is my idea first. Like,
Right.
back
That's why
when
he
there
built a
weren't
mansion in Florida.
That's why.
Right next to Henry Ford's house.
What a country. So, those are the famous people that were born today because famous people were born sometimes. And now, it's time to look at a day in history. So today, which is July 7th, it's a Friday, it's July 7th, and in 1890,
Ooh.
Wyoming became the 44th state.
Yippee-ki-yay, man.
Yeah, I don't know the order of like past 13.
I don't either. All right, so what is on the Wyoming license plate?
Cowboy.
Yep. Doing what?
Riding a horse.
Doing what?
What's the horse doing?
Yeah.
Playing chess.
Damn it, he's right. Evening beverages.
All right. So now it's time to reach out to our friend Dan, and it's time to find out what he's drinking. So,
Hey, Dan.
what are you drinking?
Water.
Cool.
All right.
And now it's time for a word from our sponsor.
Woo!
Do you remember music? Well, we've taken your favorite songs and we've quarantinified them. Why? Just because. Remember this awesome tune? Have I told you lately, stay away from me? And don't forget this cool tune.
When I think about you, I touch myself, I touch myself.
And who could forget this classic jam?
Come together right now, separately.
And don't forget your favorite song, this one. You can find me in the club because it's closed. So what did we name this awesome album? Easy, Quarantunes.
I'm gonna get that album.
Dude, I want it right now. Maybe we'll get samples.
I mean, it'd be the right thing to do.
We should, right?
Ample samples of the album.
That sounds nice.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So now it's time for a movie review.
Oh, yeah!
So last week, I picked the movie. It was, if you saw it last week, it was Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. So that's what we reviewed last week. And so we are all about equality and fairness here. And so it would only be right that Alex, chose the movie that we reviewed this week.
I chose Tall Tale. Does anybody remember that Disney classic? That cinematic adventure through time?
I never saw it.
It's a great movie!
I'm just saying that, like, somehow in my childhood, I never got a chance to see it. So,
For shame.
interesting having two perspectives. Both perspectives that, like, appreciate a film like this. But
No, absolutely. Nice. You want to tell us what the premise is?
so the synopsis of the movie is that it's the Wild West, it's the 1900s, and there's this farming town that's in danger of being bought out by basically the Industrial Revolution. They want to turn it into railroads and all that stuff. And so this is around the time of, American tall tales, like
Right.
Pecos Bill, Paul Bunyan, John Henry.
Yeah.
And so what's cool is that in this movie, those characters are real. And that's pretty much the story. It's about saving the farm with these legendary American heroes.
Well, the thing I like the most about this movie is like the humanization of all of the characters. Like, I thought that was really cool.
I agree. Like, it made them relatable.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And so, like, because like learning about tall tales when I was a kid, I was also learning about Greek mythology, and there's a lot of like similarities between it. Right.
Oh, totally. I mean, the American Tall Tales those are like the Greek legends of America.
Right. You
know?
almost could like read read Odysseus' books and then just like look back. You know what I mean? So like,
For sure.
it's like the same. But so what I thought was really cool was that they became humans, basically, right? Between like whatever their faults were or their shortcomings or what have you, that they had to use each other through friendship to get the point across.
And I always enjoy that. That's just fun. It's heartwarming. It's stuff that our world needs right now.
It is.
So it was very interesting to see, these legends, and like you said, see them as real people. It's like, in a way, it was kind of like getting the band back together kind of
Right.
movie. So I liked all of that.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, my favorite character was Calamity Jane.
Yeah!
I love Calamity Jane, played by Catherine O'Hara. Brilliant, like as always, and her scene was my favorite scene. That scene was great. Like
It was great.
It was, of course, it was a bar fighting scene, and then we see how good of a like sharpshooter she is. But there wasn't enough of her. She was just in that one scene, and basically the purpose of her was to point out the fact that Pecos Bill is a jerk and he runs when things are tough. Like, despite the legend that he
Right.
is, which I thought that was kind of cool. That's what like made him real.
It was, but then then John Henry discredits her like in the next scene.
Oh my God! The following scene, they're like, well, what did you do to piss her off? Well, she's a handsome woman, so oh well.
Yeah,
Like,
she's ugly. It's okay.
Yeah,
like no.
we were almost on the right
We
track,
were
Disney.
so close, but then his Nazi colors showed.
But the other thing that I didn't like was the fake mustaches, man. There were so many fake mustaches. The fake mustaches, they were so fake. But it was kind of funny, though, because watching the movie, because whenever they do a film with a child actor, usually they'll shoot in chronological order. So towards the end of the movie, there were actually people that had fake mustaches at the beginning that then had real mustaches.
Yeah, right. They weren't quite as full.
Yeah. But it was like real. You could tell it was real.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
Yep.
But overall, Tall Tales, it's a fun film. It's a fun movie.
It's fun.
Totally worth the watch if you've never seen it. If you just want to have, some fun. Oh, yeah. Did we forget to mention the most important part of this movie? I think we did.
Are you talking about the Code of the West?
Well, I mean, that is a very fun part of the movie. But we didn't even talk about who plays Pecos Bill.
Oh, Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
With a fake mustache.
Yeah, but
It's Patrick Swayze.
It's Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, it's Patrick Swayze.
Roadhouse.
Clinkies. Also, Oliver Platt plays Paul Bunyan.
Which is pretty amazing.
He was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's awesome in whatever he does. I love Oliver Platt. I love Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, right, exactly. So how many drinks would you give this movie?
Honestly, 2. I give it 2 drinks.
Yeah, man, I was going to say 1 to 3, so 2. We'll decide on 2.
2.
Yeah, so 2, 4.
How many drinks do you actually need to have in order to watch this movie?
Exactly. So
2.
2. That's a fun film.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and now it's time for things that we're going to miss. Last week, it was my turn. I chose buffets, and I almost had a mental breakdown, so that was fun. So this week, it's Alex's turn. So, Alex, what are you going to miss?
Strippers, man.
Moving right along. I mean, what's going to happen to their profession?
It's going to be gone. Speaking of what's going to happen, hey, Dylan, what's it like outside?
Ha! And there you have it.
There you have it.
Well, all right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everybody, we didn't get a chance to do it last episode, but we're going to do it this episode. And it is time for the dance break.
All right, man. Well, hey, I'm Alex.
And I'm Matthias.
We'll see you next week, huh?
Totally. Here's to you.
Here's to you.
Clinkies.